Hey everybody.
Hello. Can you see us? Can you hear us?
Just let us know if you can see and hear us. Maybe. Oh, there's Brandy saying hi. Hey, Brandy.
Yay, yay, yay.
Awesome. Okay.
No echoing?
Hopefully not. I turned off the sound, so they shouldn't be any echo. So,
Good.
okay.
Good.
Let's go ahead and get started. Oh, we've got 20 on now. We were a little concerned because it was just like 10 people, and usually it's like 30 or 40, so we're thinking that maybe it's spring break for other people out there.
It could be. Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. And they're going to miss a good lesson.
Exactly. Because we got Roxy in the house. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. What is today? Monday, March 24th, weekly team call with Brett and Roxy. How's it going, everybody?
Hello.
Hope you all are having a great time. Last week in March.
Yeah. Already.
Crazy, isn't it?
But, you know, you could also look at it like it's getting closer to summer. It's got to stop snowing and get warm eventually. You know, and the closer we get to it.
Yep. Awesome. So, tonight's team call. For those of you that are brand new Pink Zebra consultants, welcome.
Welcome.
Congratulations on joining the best company out there. So, and welcome to the team call.
Yes, yes.
We're going to talk about sponsoring tonight.
Yes, I'm going to be doing most of the talking tonight.
Dun, dun, dun.
I know. I think that this is the first time that I've actually done most of the talking, like kind of planned and things. You think?
I think there was some other times.
Was there?
Yeah, maybe not recently.
I don't know.
Anyways.
But before we get started on that, I was just wanting to recognize Brett and I just finished our Hoofing It Boot Camp 3, right?
Yes.
3, yes. I said 4 early. It's like, it's not 4, 3.
3.
Third one. Yes. It was 8 weeks, and it was incredible. We had wonderful recruits. We had a great participation, and it was amazing.
It was really good.
And yeah, it was. And for those of you that don't know, they were the recruits. There's 10 of them, and they were given assignments or missions. And it's all focused about building your Pink Zebra business and getting better at that. Learning how to grow as a leader, sponsoring, getting yourself out there, stepping out of your comfort zone. I mean, a whole range of missions. And so each mission was, I guess it was by a point system, I guess is what I'm trying to say. They accomplished the mission, did it by a certain time, they got so many points. And so at the end, we tallied up all the points, and then we have a first, second, and third place winner. And I was just wanting to recognize the boot camp winners. We had 3 first place.
A tie, 3-way tie for first place. Awesome.
Yeah, it's Marsha. I don't have her last name. Kearns, yeah. Sorry. Jonna Myers and Candace Kramer. Yes, go ahead. You can go ahead and say the last name. I just have the first names. I know everyone's first name for sure, the profile picture. Yes. But Marsha, Jonna, and Candace did, they all did amazing, but those 3 pulled ahead and got a couple of recruits at the end, and so they got some bonus points, and so we had 3 first place winners. Okay, and then the second place winner, we had one. Where is it?
Angie Tabor.
Yes, Angie Tabor.
And then third place was Leslie Kelly. So congratulations, ladies. When we do these boot camps, we've had several people mention that why don't we open it up to the entire team? Well, because we do one-on-one, we do a lot of hands-on. It's very kind of intense. and there's a lot of stuff going on, and there's just no way that we can do that with the entire team. 1,700 people. Even the Think Sprinkles group team page is like 700 or something like that. There's too much. Now, if you're personally sponsored by us, we give you, we'll talk to you anytime you have any questions or anything like that. And for those of you that are, several levels down, we try to help out as much as we can. But this boot camp is just an idea, something that we had last year, and we started doing it, and we kind of like how it works out.
Yeah.
And that was our third one that we've went through. We'll be doing another one here in a couple of months. And we'll have the draft, and you sign your name on the draft, and then we have a draft drawing, and we pick 10 lucky recruits to
dedicated,
to be in the boot camp, and then go for 8 weeks. So if you had your name on the draft list this past time and didn't get drafted, then there's always the next time. So be looking for that. So
but it's going to be a little bit.
we have to have
we have to get prizes out and stuff like that. So, but yeah. Okay, I'm just going to jump right into it. Like I said, I am going to be kind of leading tonight's talk over sponsoring, and I'm getting it directly out of Be a Direct Seller Superstar from Mary Christensen. She was our speaker last year at Reunion. And I've read several of her books. This one I really like. It's kind of an umbrella, I guess you could say, of her tips. And then there's other books that are more specific to recruiting and parties and things like that. And this just kind of covers all of them a little bit. And I know several of you do have this book, and I'm going to be talking just out of chapter 6. So if you have your book and you want to follow along, that's great. I've read this book several times, and this is a good one to read over and over and over as a refresher course. If you're starting to feel stale or something in your business, this is a good thing to pick up and do. Okay, so on sponsoring, what does Mary say on sponsoring? Okay, well, she starts off this chapter. She sits down at this table and she's having a conversation, and she asks these ladies, these consultants at this table, she says, "So what made you choose this company?" And one of the ladies speaks up and says, "Well, I've always wanted to do this. I've attended every party I was invited to, but nobody's ever asked me. This was the first company that asked, and I jumped at it." And Mary says, "Well, I wonder why nobody asked you." And the lady says, "So do I." That goes into, there's 3 things from this story that's valuable for you to know. Okay, first, if you don't seize the opportunity, somebody else will. If you're talking with somebody about Pink Zebra and you don't ask them to join, and they go to a craft event or they go somewhere else and someone's like, "You want to join?" Yes, you just lost that opportunity because you did not ask them. Okay, second is offer it to everybody. Do not prejudge. And we've talked about this many times. Do not prejudge anybody. Do not,
rule out anybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't matter if how they're dressed, how they look, how they talk.
Yeah.
Don't
be prejudiced about anything.
Because you never know who your rock stars are going to be.
Right. And then her third point that Mary was making about this conversation that she had with this lady at the table, and I never looked at it like this, but her third point kind of is talking about rejection. And as consultants, when we ask somebody, "Would you like to join our team?" and they're like, "No," then we automatically feel rejected. Like, "Oh my gosh, they don't like me," whatever, But in the book here, Mary talks about if you don't ask them, then they can feel rejected. And I was kind of surprised about that, So it just kind of puts a new twist. I never thought of, well, if I don't ask this person, they're going to feel rejected. I just never thought of it that way. And that's kind of an interesting point. So just kind of keep that in mind too when you're talking to people. She makes another good point about rejection here. She says, if you are not hearing no a lot, okay, you're playing it way too safe. Okay, if you're not hearing no, you've got to get a lot of no's before the yes. If you're not hearing no's, then you're not doing a good enough job, basically, at your business. Yeah, go for it.
We did a call about the go for no, hearing no and doing all that kind of stuff. It's the same thing. It's all about, getting that yes. And we always want to hear yes from everyone.
Oh, yeah.
But you're not going to get yes from everyone. You're going to get, 8 or 9 no's and then a yes, and they may not even be in order like that. You may get 20 no's before you get 2 or 3 yeses in a row. So I mean, the numbers are always, it's not a set number. It's not you talk to so many people and you're going to have a no, 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 and then a yes. It's never. You may have a yes, yes on your first 2, and then no, 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 and you may think, oh my gosh, no one wants to join my team. Well, you just have to keep asking. You've got to keep on doing this, and if you're scared that somebody's going to say no to you and you don't ask them for that reason, then you're missing out.
And she also, to go along with that, she says to remember that you're not creating a need, you're meeting a need. You could be talking to somebody and this could be exactly what they need. They need a little extra money. Who knows what their situation is? And you could be creating, or you could be meeting that need for them by asking them to join your team. She says, the more people you meet, the more people you'll sponsor. There's no shortcuts. Talking to people is the only way to generate business. Well, yeah. And I mean, and that talking can be through, I don't want to discount Facebook and through the internet and things like that, because that has obviously worked for us as well. But I think overall, she's just saying, if you don't get it out there and get it out to people, you're not going anywhere.
Right.
So, makes a lot of sense. Okay. Another thing she says that's she considers this healthy. Okay. That your business will probably be a revolving door for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. We got a winner there. Yes.
Seen that a time or two.
People will come and people will go. This is healthy that this happens. Okay. This industry averages, the industry averages indicate that half of all new recruits will leave within their first 3 months. Okay, and that's one thing I really like about Pink Zebra is they really try to curve that by having the quick starts. Okay, so keep that in mind. First 3 months in direct sales overall industry, half of the recruits are going to leave. 4 out of 5 will be gone by the end of the first year. This is healthy. This happens. Okay, you cannot control what your team members do.
And it's frustrating.
You cannot control them.
Sometimes you just want to say, all you have to do is this. All you have to do. I mean, if you just do your sales, if you just talk to people, but you have to also remember that you're not their boss. Okay?
Right.
Yes, you're their sponsor, but that is their business. You're there to help and mentor and guide them. And all you can do is show them where the water is. If they don't want to drink from it, then they're not going to drink from it. So that's all that you can do. And it is frustrating at times. And when you have 4 out of every 5 leave within a year, if that's the case, then you're having a lot of people, and that's just average, So you're having this attrition, and you need to deal with retention, retaining people. We've talked about that in the past too. So
one way to kind of offset this a little bit, she says, is to become a strong leader. And even that, they may stay longer, they may be stronger, but in the end, it's all about numbers, and it's all about keeping recruits coming, keeping them coming in and sponsoring. So strive to be good leaders. Those of you that do have a team, do everything that you can to be there for them, to support them, which is a whole nother video. But anyways, okay, so now I'm going to go through. Mary has 10 tips that she has for sponsoring. And for time's sake, I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm just going to hit on a few that I thought were, well, they're all excellent, but, that I want to address here in the video. Okay, tip one, tip one is give equal time to sponsoring. This is, you would think, well, duh, but I don't do this. You don't do this. I bet half of you don't do this. We focus so much on selling, getting events, getting sales, doing parties, and then sponsors just kind of like sitting over here on the side. Yes, we all want it. We all want to be able to do it, but we don't dedicate as much time to sponsoring as parties, as sponsoring to events, that type of thing. And you need to dedicate the same amount of time to all areas of your business. Okay? She says, start every morning with these questions. What will I do today to generate more sales? Okay? What will I do today to generate more bookings? Okay? What will I do today to generate more business leads? Excellent questions. Remember, sales are income for today, scheduling is your income for tomorrow, and sponsoring is your income for forever. For forever, yeah. Okay? All right. She's got 3 more tips under give equal time to sponsoring that I want to go over. And I know I'm just kind of blubbing information at you, but it's such a good book, and you need to get it and read it yourself. But okay, she talks about how the eye is more powerful than the ear. And for me, it's so true. I am such a visual person. I learn visually. I can remember things by like taking snippets of pictures, and that's how I remember. So taking into account overall that the eye is more powerful than the ear, you need to place your business materials. She says, place your business materials into bags and top them with tissue for extra visibility. Okay, every time you talk, say if you're at a party, every time you're talking about the business opportunity, hold up the bag. Okay, that's visually, they're seeing that. Number 2, take a business brochure to every appointment and place it on the table between you and your prospect. Whoever you're talking to, put the brochure there. Refer to it, pick it up and talk about it, put it down, that type of thing. And then whenever you're out in public, never be caught saying, I don't have a brochure with me right now, I'm sorry. That's happened to me with a catalog before. Oh, God, you just want to kick yourself, you know. But always have those things on you. Always, always, always. Spend as much time talking about your business as much as you do the products. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Am I getting in your way?
Nope. I'm just letting people see our awesome sign back here. Sorry, you go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
All right. So now, okay, here are some examples that she gives if you are directly talking to somebody and you are inviting them to join your business. Here's what she says you can say. Okay? Have you ever thought about doing something like this? You're exactly the type of person I'm looking for. With your experience, you would be a great asset to the team. We'd love to help get you started. Okay? Right there. That's word for word in that book of what you could say. So you don't even have to think up something. You can take it right there. If you're directly talking to someone at an event, at a party, whatever.
You know what I like about this, what Mary says in here? You know, have you ever thought about doing something like this? You would be great. You're exactly the type of person that we need on our team that would be good at this and all that kind of stuff. That is great, because when you're talking to people and you're telling them these kind of things and you're looking at them and you're genuinely saying it, okay? You're not just saying it because it's a script. You're saying it because you really do think that they would be good, because they have an interest in it. They seem excited. That gets you even more excited. They can sense that. So we've talked a lot in the past about your attitude and enthusiasm and your excitement when you're talking about Pink Zebra. So when you're talking to someone and you're looking at them, you're saying this, that builds them up. And when you build them up like that, that's building confidence in them, because this is scary. When you say you come into this business, it's your own business, you're going to have to make sales on your own, you're going to have to go out and do this. That's hard. It's hard to do, and it's intimidating for a lot of people. And so if they've never done it before, if you can help them. Tip on down there. Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Yep, but I like that. That's good.
Tip 2 is creating sparks. She says, most of your prospects will not be thinking about the business. Your job is to make them think about it. And what she's meaning is, yeah, they're coming up to your table at party and they're looking at everything and they're thinking, oh, it's cute and it smells so good and everything. Well, at that time, they're not thinking, I could do this. I want to sell for Pink Zebra. I want to be a consultant. You have to plant that idea in their head. Okay, you have to create that spark. Okay, it happens when you feel passionate about a cause and you're spurred to do something. Okay, no matter how powerful your sparks are, they must make a direct hit on a prospect's interest and circumstances to be effective.
Amen, sister.
Yeah, this is your goal. When you're talking to somebody, I'm going to tell you what your goal is. When you're talking to somebody about Pink Zebra and the business opportunity, this is what you want them to think. What in their mind, as you're talking, this is what you want them to think. I could do this. Or, I'd love to do something like this. Maybe it's time I did something about my job. This sounds like a perfect job for me. Sounds like my dream job. I wonder how much it costs to get started. Okay, so you're planting those sparks in their mind. Okay, and 99% of the time, you're probably going to have to bring that up to them because they're not thinking business opportunity. Okay, tip 3, get them to share their gap. Okay.
What's their gap?
What is their gap? That is that is the space between what we have and what we want.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's a big old gap.
Yeah, what we have and what we want. I could think of so many things. Okay. Anyways. Okay, by encouraging your prospects to share their gap, because you want them to talk about that. Okay, you're halfway towards closing the deal. And remember, this is about them signing up, sponsoring. Okay, a way to do this is to ask them interesting questions. Okay, not questions like, how are you? How can I help you? How's the family? Okay, not questions like this.
So not the normal questions.
Right. Interesting questions invite interesting answers that will reveal to you things about your prospects. Okay? Here are some of Mary's favorite questions that she asks. If you could change one thing about your job, what's the first thing you would do? Quit.
I love my job.
I know, me too. If you had $1,000 in your pocket right now, what would you spend it on?
Well, that all depends on what the wife would let you spend it on.
It was a rhetorical question.
Oh, okay.
If you were given $100 a week pay raise, what would you do with it? Okay, those are some examples. She's got several more questions in here of that you can ask people, prospects, when they come up, whether you're at parties or events or whatever. Okay? And it's nice because in the book, she's actually wording them out. You could actually say her words. It's like a script, Okay. Tip number 4. Oh, no, I wasn't going to do number 4.
Oh, okay.
I was going to keep that one out.
Scratch that. Delete.
Yeah. Tip number 5. Don't spill all the beans.
Oh, yeah, I like this one. I do.
Okay, good.
No, I do.
I know. Okay, I know. Me too. Look, I have all this highlighted. I love this one too. You're right.
This is a really good one.
Okay, tip number 5, don't spill all your beans. And of course, again, we're keeping along with sponsoring. Okay.
This is hard not to do, though.
I know it is. And it is. It really is.
Because, okay, you go ahead.
Okay.
Then I'd like to say something.
Thank you. Okay, let curiosity drive your prospect to the next step. Okay? If you explain everything about Pink Zebra in your very first contact, you're not leaving them wanting anything more. Okay? Worse, you risk a response based on impulse. Okay? If you tell them everything right at your first time, you're either going to get a yes or you're going to get a no, and that's it. Okay? Because everything's there. You've got everything out on the table. Okay. If you give them a little bit, okay, and then you call them the next day, or you make a coffee appointment with them, or you ask, I don't know, what does she say here? No, I don't know. I've lost my spot. Anyways, yeah.
What you're doing is you're creating intrigue. You're wanting them to want to know more about it. So if you don't spill all the beans, if you don't give everything all at once, if you're not just like throwing up information, then you're leaving room for them to question and wonder and ask more.
Think about it.
Exactly, and think about it. So if you just kind of put it out there, and maybe not tell them how the compensation plan works, and that's not being deceitful, or you're not trying to be sneaky or anything like that. All you're doing is putting an idea in their head. Hey, you'd be great at this. Have you ever thought of doing this? Well, let me tell you a little bit about Pink Zebra. And you'd go in and you tell a little bit about Pink Zebra.
And it can also be extremely overwhelming to somebody because, statistics show that people's attention span is like 30 seconds or less when they're just getting information like,
brand new information,
doused at you or whatever. And so it's good too because it's not as overwhelming. Okay, she says you will lessen the chance of your prospect canceling. Okay, a lot of you guys ask us this, and this is her answer to it. Okay, you will have a less chance of them canceling an appointment if you confirm the appointment the day before, just like if you're going to the doctor, hey, are you coming in? Okay, so confirm it the night before. And then it says once you get leads, once you get leads, no matter how it, events or parties or through Facebook, when you get leads, to follow up with them within 48 hours. Okay. That's why the fire is still smoldering.
That is something that
48 hours. Within 48 hours, follow up with them. I
know that some of you aren't doing, because I know that sometimes we don't do it, and it's not that you don't want to. It's you have I don't know what it is. It's a fear of calling. It's a fear of something. Maybe time gets away from you or whatnot. But you've got to follow up. Follow up.
Yep. Okay. Tip number 6: make it easy for them to join. I mean, it's pretty easy. I mean, we look at it and we're like, well, it's pretty easy. The kits are discounted. You go online, you join, okay? But she's talking a little bit more in depth, okay? One huge advantage of direct selling is that you can start a business while still working your full-time job. Point that out to people, okay? Because that's... I guess essentially wasn't, but you've worked it just as hard as I have, and you still had a full-time job. Point that out to people because 99% of the people you'll be talking to do work. The other percent is stay-at-home moms. Okay, so okay, here's some reasons why it pays to do direct selling. Okay, why it's easy for people to join. Okay, are you following me? It's an alternative to working overtime. True. Instead of working weekends or whatnot at the office for overtime, you can do Pink Zebra. You can sell and it's still kind of your own schedule. Okay, the tax breaks that come with running a business from home. It's true. Extra income, a stopgap career between jobs, an opportunity to test the waters without diving into the deep end, a new career without the expense of retraining. Okay, diversion from a job that lacks satisfaction.
No,
a fun vacation job.
That's so true.
A fun vacation job. Yep. A free trip to aim for. These are several things that she lists in this book that you can verbally tell your prospect, that you can tell your potential.
Speaking of a free trip, we have some people that have earned the Punta Cana trip.
I know. We'll go over that in a minute. I'm in the zone.
She's in the zone.
Okay. Okay, stay-at-home moms. How can you make doing direct sales more appealing to them? Okay? One way you can do it is tell them doing one party a week. Okay? Don't start out and say, if you do 3 parties a week and an event on the weekend, then, you'll get this much and all that kind of stuff. Stay-at-home moms that have babies on their hips, crying and things, it's hard. It's very hard. As some of you know, it's hard. So start easy. Tell them, if you just do a party a week, this is how much money you'll get. Make it easy for them. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, wait, no, I have all these stars highlighted. Oh, my. I got overzealous, didn't I, when I was doing this? I think I'm going to go ahead and skip on. The bottom line is that you're not communicating. The bottom line is if you're not communicating with your customer, oh, that's the bottom line of this other thing. Okay. Now I know where I am. Is everyone still with me?
We're with you.
Okay. Your customers will always be your best prospects. Okay. Service them regularly to strengthen your relationship. And this goes back to what Brett was talking about last time we had with the other book, communication.
Connecting.
Yes. Mm-hmm. You've got to strengthen that relationship. Okay. And when you have customers and you are talking to them or emailing or whatever, look for clues in your conversations for slipping in the business opportunity of Pink Zebra. Okay. Yes, you're friends, but you're also a business person, okay? And you're going to look for those clues, all right? There are several ways to stay in touch with your customers, and this is another question I'm asked a lot, is what do you do? Do you just do newsletter? How often do you keep in touch with them if they tell you no, and that type of thing? I'm not going to go through all of these because there are...
Send me this postcard, big black one.
Yeah, because there are, I don't know if you can see, but... over here, look at all these. I mean, these are all tips that she says, different ways of how to keep in touch with your customers, offer specials, make them feel wonderful, give them loyalty cards. I mean, she's got all kinds of ideas on how to foster that relationship with your customers. Okay?
And
go ahead.
One of the things that we do is you get these from Vistaprint, right?
Yeah.
Vistaprint.com, and we have postcards, made out, and it just says, hey, a little short note from us. Hi, we're Brett and Roxy Weber. We just wanted to tell you, take a minute and tell you whatever, and then we write our note on the back, and then we send it. And it doesn't have to be, hey, join my team, or it doesn't even have to be, hey, this is a new special. It can be, here's a special, or blah, blah, blah. But usually what it is it's like a follow-up card, or it's like, how are you doing with your Pink Zebra sprinkles? Did you like the ones that you got? Blah, blah, blah. I mean, you're just building a connection. You're staying in touch with them. And when you do something like this, if you put, make it personal. You see us on there, and then you see a little picture of family. You don't have to do that. But when somebody gets that in the mail, it's like, I don't know, it creates a personal connection, and that's what we were talking about a couple weeks ago with that connection series, that you're building connections, and so you're building connection with your customers who potentially could be team members. So
right, and yeah. Tip number 9 is give genuine compliments to people, to your customers. She's got a list here of things you could actually say. Some of them include, I'd love to work with you. You're exactly who I've been looking for. Okay? We're a fun group, and you would definitely fit in. I mean, these are great. I mean, she's got so many more that you can go through and say word for word what she's got in here. Okay? And then she has another example of when you hear a rejection, if they tell you no. Okay? And I'm just going to go over what she says here. Okay? When you hear an objection, don't argue with it. Agree with it. If your potential says, I just don't see myself as a salesperson, don't say, oh, you'd be great. Don't say that. Instead, you're supposed to say, if they say, I just don't see myself as a salesperson, you say, I agree. That's what she says. I agree. You don't come across that way at all. Do you want to know why I approached you, though, about this? Okay, it's because you come across as genuine, and people respond to that more than pushy sales pitches.
Exactly.
That's excellent. That's excellent. I mean, because you just turned her no around to, you can do this, and this is why. And she's like, oh my gosh, you're right. You're right. Calling someone genuine and not a pushy salesman, it's like, okay, but turning that no around. Okay, and then the last thing I'm going to talk about, tip number 10, is never fear rejection. Rejection is part of the process of sifting through your prospects to find the positive, enthusiastic ones who will recognize this amazing opportunity for what it is.
Right.
Amen. Okay? You have to work the numbers. Don't let the fear of rejection sabotage your business.
And
Okay?
then even the ones that do say yes and they're all excited, that's what we were talking about, several weeks ago about retention. They may be all excited, but that can die down, and that's not necessarily a reflection on you as a leader. That's just the numbers. That's the business that you're in. Some people will be all hot and heavy for 3 months or 2 months or 1 month or whatever, and then they fizzle out, and then they may come back and they may not come back. You may never hear from them ever again, whatever.
Right.
So, but that's just how it is.
Right.
So that's why you can't ever stop sponsoring, because I guess you eventually could, but as Mary says, sponsoring is your income for forever.
Right.
And so if you stop sponsoring, then you're going to hit, potentially a spot where your team isn't getting any bigger from your own doing. It's growing on its own from other team members, which you still want to always sponsor.
Well,
so.
There's no guarantees. Your rock star today could have a major family emergency and be out a year or be gone because they couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
You've got to keep replacing, or I hate to say replacing, but you've got to keep growing, fulfilling that. Mary says that if somebody tells you no, don't say, "Oh, okay, well, I'll be here if you change your mind." Don't say that, she says. You need to say, somebody tells me no, I smile and say, "I'm sure you get asked all the time." Okay? That's, again, turning around the no. Because when they say no and you're like, "Well, I'm here if you need me," then poof, it's over, blah, 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 it's gone. Everything, they walk away, you walk away, it's done. But if you say, "Oh, I'm sure you get asked that all the time," they got to say something. It keeps it going. So I like that. And then finally, never forget there's only one guarantee way you can fail to sponsor, and that's never to ask.
Yeah, and we've said that time and time again. We've said that a lot, that you have to ask.
Yes.
You have to follow up. You have to ask. And if you're not asking, then you're not doing it. So
excellent book, and I know lots of you already have it, but it's anything like this. It's just like, be a sponge, soak it up. What's the name of the book that you had last? The Little Black Book of
Connections.
Of Connections.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I like this. We're kind of going on the reading and trying to share it with you because some of us don't, or we don't have time,
and these
or
things,
something.
These principles and these things like that, these have helped us. And some of it are things that we did before we even read the books, and some of them are like, "Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense," so we do that too. But the point is that
some things we were doing that we weren't supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
And we learned from the books. Oh,
exactly.
Oops.
Right.
Yeah.
But the point is that we want you all to grow your own teams huge, because we know that if we can help you grow your team faster and bigger than what we did in that same amount of time, that's going to benefit you. It's going to benefit your upline. It's going to benefit us ultimately. And so that's our goal, is that we know that we can only succeed if you succeed. And so if we show you the tools and everything that we've used, and that's why we do these calls, and that's why we do our Facebook group, and there are just a helping out of everybody to help you. So I guess we'll take some questions.
Yeah, because I'm done. That was it.
Okay.
That's a lot of talking.
Good job.
See, I'm glad. I like it when he does the talking.
Let's see.
Going back to the start. If you guys have a question, please post it and we will get to it. No echo.
Okay. I think the first question, Brandy says, "Can she sign up again for boot camp?" I don't know.
We've been asked that before. I think Jessica asked that, didn't she? She enjoyed it.
I think there was some other people. I don't know.
I think we'd get lynched by other people. That's not fair.
Yeah. Let's see. Jennifer says, I can't get anyone to book a party or buy. Anyone help me out? Tell me what worked for you. The first thing, Jennifer, is that we want to know, like what Roxy was saying, what Mary says, is how many people are you talking to? How many parties are you doing? How many events are you doing? Okay, how many people are you talking to get a party? I know that sometimes it is hard to get an actual home party, so try the party on the go with the book or the catalog party. Online parties, I think some people have had some success with doing those. just the events. Roxy and I built our business doing events and then online. So
offer incentives, go into businesses. You know, and if you book a
Doctors'
party,
offices,
you get so much
dentists,
percent off.
realtors.
You've got to, you've got to put yourself out there. They're not going to know to book a party if you're not there to offer them.
You got to go to banks. I mean, they're great. I was in. We were getting our cars fixed. Was that last week?
Oh yes, we need to go back in. Yes, how could you forget? I think everybody in the whole world knows both our cars broke down. $2,500 later.
Anyways, we were getting our cars fixed, and I go in there, and at the car place, the shop, there's a Scentsy warmer back there in the manager's office. So, I mean, there's a place too that, I need to go back there and I need to do that. So just keep in mind, there's all these type of businesses can use that. And so you have to put yourself out there and do that. Also, online advertising, Facebook has been huge, Google, a blog, YouTube videos, Craigslist. Don't discount the social media. So. Okay, let's go on to the next one here. Lena says, could you please pretend you're talking to someone and sharing the PZ biz with a potential recruit like you would do in real life? I need to hear the tone of the voice when people are talking.
People speak.
Sponsor when people speak. Okay.
I guess.
Yeah.
I know.
Basically, I mean, we have the same tone, I think, that we talk now.
She wants role playing, and I get that. I get that because I would totally, if I can see it in action, I can learn. I get that.
Okay, so do you want to role play?
Sure.
Right on the spot.
Yep.
Dun dun dun.
Okay, so I'm going to be the skeptical lady.
Oh no, you're making me be the consultant.
And you're the consultant. Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
So
I'm walking by.
Hold on, I gotta clear my throat. Yeah.
Oh, he's kind of cute. I wonder what he's doing over there. It's all pink.
Wait, where's my jar? I need it.
Well, he doesn't seem to know what he's
doing.
Jar!
Excuse me, miss.
Me?
Hi. Yes, have you heard of Pink Zebra?
No. Well,
now I'm losing it because I'm on spot.
Okay. Fail!
I know, right?
Boom! Already! Boom!
No. Have you heard of Pink Zebra before?
No, I haven't. What is it?
It's the newest thing in home fragrance. We have soft soy wax melts that we call sprinkles. And here, try this.
Ooh.
Smell good?
Wow.
It's really strong. Well, it is strong coming out of the jar.
It's a little strong.
But we need to talk about sponsoring because we're talking about sales. So this is
I know, but this is you leading. This is. Are you talking as Brett or still as a consultant? Okay, I'm confused.
Well, we just have a heck of a time here.
I know. No, okay, let me be the consultant.
No, hold on. I got this. Hold on.
I know, but I think
hold on.
Okay.
Okay. So, do you use home fragrance in your house?
Yes. Scentsy?
You do?
Like a Scentsy pot?
Like wax melts, yes. That's kind of like what we are.
Do these go in Scentsy?
You can put it in Scentsy if you would like, but we have our own pots and warmers. We have simmering lights that we use, but they're soy-based, so they last longer and smell stronger. Would you be interested in having a party to earn some free products?
I don't want to do a party. Can I? No, thank you.
Well, would you be interested in earning any free products of Pink Zebra? Take a look at my table, my display. I've got all these cute things. You could earn hundreds of dollars worth of products for free.
Yeah, I would.
Would you be interested in that?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, if I can just get you to sign your information here, and I've got a catalog to give you, and I've got a little packet of what is included. Would you mind doing that?
We just met.
Sure. So anyway, she fills out the customer care card, and
this is after we've been talking a little bit.
A while, more. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've smelt through all of them.
Usually, it's a little bit more lengthy.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyways, you're going to ask her if she'd be interested in earning some free product and getting free stuff. And if they come back and they say, if it involves having a party, no, I don't do those. Then that's where you can say, well, would you be interested in, a basket party or a party on the go? And she would say, well, what is that? Yeah. And that's when you would say, oh, a party on the go or a basket party, a catalog party, whatever you want to call it. This is where you just take the catalog and some samples, maybe a jar of our sprinkles, and you take it around to your friends and family and coworkers, and you introduce it to them. And if you get orders and have them place orders with you, then that counts as a party. And so then you can earn free stuff that way. You wouldn't have to have people over to your house. And it just, sometimes people find it a little bit more convenient to do that. We've had several people do the party on the goes or the catalog parties, and we've had them do them out of state. We've sent packets of samples and catalogs and order forms to people out of state that will do that.
And if you go ahead.
But then also, you kind of look at her. It may be a guy too, but most of the time it's ladies. And you kind of look at them and you kind of see, and you're kind of reading them.
Oh boy, I love so many. I can't choose.
They're really into home fragrances. They love it. They use it all the time in their house. They've been using Scentsy.
I'm trying to stay
all this kind of stuff. And hold on, I know. What I'm getting at is that then you can turn it and say, well, would you be interested in selling this and becoming a consultant? We have a really good compensation plan, and if you're interested in if you're going to be buying a whole lot for yourself, you could sign up as a consultant and save money by purchasing it only for yourself, and then of course your friends and family, and you could get discounts on the product doing that way. So it's kind of hard to, right, when you're talking to somebody, to go into that unless you see that they would be interested, and that just takes talking to them more and more. Obviously, you just can't come out and say, "Hi, would you like to join Pink Zebra?" You kind of have to. They need to know a little bit about what Pink Zebra is.
Fill them out.
Fill them out. If you're at a party and you're going through your whole party spiel about Pink Zebra, and say you have the catalog, and what I like to do at the parties, I'll go through the catalog, and I don't play a lot of games. Some people do play games. I'm in it quick and get out. I mean, it's just bam, 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 okay? And they enjoy smelling the fragrances and doing all that stuff, okay?
And I don't think they expect it with you.
And maybe not. But what I like to do is you get back to the, the back of the catalog, and you're going to talk about, hosting, and then you're going to talk about enrolling. And so when you get to that part and you're talking about enrolling, that's when you can talk about, would anyone like to, does anyone think that they can do what I'm doing? If you think that you'd be interested in possibly being a consultant and earning a little bit of part-time income, and then you can talk about your sponsor or your story, and whatever your story is. Like we say that within the first 6 to 8 weeks, Roxy was earning enough with Pink Zebra to pay for both our car payments. And so when you say things like that, you're getting that emotional response, because people are like, oh, a car payment, oh, 2 car payments, oh, wow, that would be something that that I may want to do. So anyways, okay. Anyways, so whenever you're at parties and stuff, if you're going through the catalog and you're doing this,
look, there's me. Okay.
If you're going through that catalog, definitely talk about signing up and stuff at that time. So
I hope that's kind of...
Yeah, that was kind of...
It'd be awesome if we could actually video an event.
Video site. Yeah, like actually talking.
Okay.
Let's see.
Keep going.
Okay, we answered that one.
Roxy, you're wearing shade bling in your hair. Yeah, I know. What'd you think? You see that? I mean, you can wear any of them. It's so cool. It's kind of fallen out because I've had it today, but...
let's see.
Postcards worked. Yes, they do.
Where do you see that at?
Just up there. I keep going.
Somebody asked about, do we get a response on the postcards? I can't remember where that's at. Anyways, we don't get like a phone call or an email from them, but what we do get is that we'll get a web order sometimes, we know that that's one of the people we sent out a postcard to within the past maybe week or so. And so we know that, Susie Q down in Florida just placed a $50 order, and wouldn't it be a coincidence? We just sent her a postcard, like last week or whatever. So
same with the Freebie Friday thing. I knew.
So you won't get people calling you. I mean, you think about it, whenever you receive a postcard in the mail, you usually don't just call them or email them or something. But if you're interested in buying, you're gonna go.
Don't we wish? Wish.
Okay, let's see here.
Yes.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Jennifer says, I've been doing a lot of events. I own my own store, so I set it up in my store. Okay.
Yes, role play. See?
Yeah, we tried.
I know, I'm so sorry.
I hope it was okay. It's... Okay, hold on.
I like you guys are cool role play. Brett and Roxy role playing. This is great. Oh, I know, it's so bad. You guys are so, yeah, so funny.
Can't wait to meet you, Dawn. We're looking forward to it. I saw you post that you were going to Zumba and tanning, spray tanning. Something about...
I've not done anything.
I bad. I'm just gonna be the, I'll be the redhead, fair skin.
It's kind of nice because I don't like water. I don't like water if I can't see my feet, so I'm one to sit on the beach, and that doesn't require
a whole lot
of bathing suit skippiness. So, but I know. Awesome! I'm so excited for Punta Cana.
Oh, you were gonna say something about the trip?
Oh yeah, there's naked swimming pools. Oh wait, what? Yes, Jonna Myers. I can't even get it out. A friend told her that there were naked swimming pools.
You notice that somebody is more excited than somebody else in this scenario?
I will be there the whole time.
Why?
I'm teasing. I'll be like, oh my, cover your eyes.
If I were to say that, how much trouble I would be if I said that I'm going to be at the clothing optional pool the whole time.
Yes.
I would be in the doghouse for like a week.
I know. I wonder if they have blinder glasses.
Anyways.
That's a given. Women can say that, men can't. That's just
That's not right. That's not right.
Okay,
that's not even...
Oh, Jonna says it's the...
Eden pool.
Eden pool.
Eden.
Do you think they have apples? The forbidden fruit?
Are you bobbing for apples?
Okay.
Bobbing for apples in the Eden pool.
I know. We are so off topic right now. Okay.
It is going to be fun. How many? We have, oh my gosh. Well, Alcie Duke.
Alcie Duke.
Dawn Cassidy.
Dawn.
Jonna Myers. Kayla Wyatt.
Yes.
Nicole Shinholtz.
Linda. Linda Nichols.
Yes, Linda Nichols.
Got it.
Is that like 6?
Amy Rose, my sponsor. Got it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, if we're missing someone, I'm going to feel so bad.
I can't think of anyone else. I don't know. But anyways, they haven't released like the official winners yet.
But we got an email.
But yeah. Anyways, so if you did not qualify for the incentive trip this year, then you have this next year. So just keep in mind the incentive trip will start most likely in August again, and it'll go for 6 months until the end of February. So,
what does Jonna say? Roxy, I sent you a Facebook message of a naked Punta Cana man. Punta Cana man? Oh wait, no, it doesn't say naked. Sorry, it just says of a man.
I'm so embarrassed for you right now.
Why? It doesn't say naked. I thought for a minute it said naked, but it doesn't say naked.
Oh my gosh. Am I going to have to like keep you away from this Eden pool?
No, absolutely not.
I can't even believe we're talking about it. Anyways, I'm looking forward to just hanging out with other Pink Zebra consultants. Oh, you have to show that. Okay, anyways, we need to get going here.
Oh, John and I, we're going to have so much fun.
Thank you all for calling in.
Yes, thank you.
Logging on, watching us be whatever we are. Thank you, Roxy, for doing a great job tonight.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Did great.
You're welcome.
Everyone give Roxy a round of applause. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, so we hope you have a great week. If you have any questions about anything, let us know. And as always, sprinkle on.
Peasy out. Bye, guys.